What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Got another review for you guys. This time for episode 1 of Resident Evil. Netflix. It's called Welcome to New Raccoon City. Which is odd because the new movie was called Welcome to Raccoon City. And they called their first episode Welcome to New Raccoon City. This was a good episode. I honestly say I didn't know what to expect going into this, and you know what? But I did suspect that, good or bad, it would be better than Welcome to Raccoon City. And so far, it's actually kind of interesting. It's actually good. I actually can see it being at least from the first episode, it got potential to be what I thought it was going to be. Better, be a good show, and be way better than Welcome to Raccoon City. I tell you one thing, that zombie doll looked way better here on Netflix than on a movie screen with a bigger production. Come on, movie people. How could Netflix make the zombie doll look better than what you made it look like on the movie screen? Come on, man. But with that being said, let me give you the synopsis. Welcome to New Raccoon City. While on research mission, Jay crosses paths with a gang of scavengers. Years earlier, Jay and Billy tried to make a fresh start in New Raccoon City. So this takes place, to let you guys know. They said, while I think this is like supposed to have like a different universe of Resident Evil, but look more closely to the video game, because they said it'll be close to the video games, but it also be like an alternate version of events that happen in the video game. Because the reason why I say that, because that's what they say, because of the fact that Whisker is still alive, and they said that according to the people who made the show, this show takes place after the events of Resident Evil 5 and 6 and all, and it even takes place after I think it says it takes place after Resident Evil 7 and 8. And they according to them, and this shows, history and continuity. Resident Evil 5 happened, so there was a Resident Evil 5 where in this continuity of the show, where Whisker fought Chris and Shava and Jill in that lava and died in that lava. And they said, I guess we're supposed to find out, because I only seen the first episode, and I didn't know Netflix was going to release like 8 episodes of it. I don't know if that all the episodes or not, but they released every episode to 8 at least, to the point. And they said that this is supposed to explain how Whisker is still alive, even though in their show Resident Evil 5, the events of Resident Evil 5 happened. They, according to the creators, Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I said 9. 6, 7, and 8 has happened. Even Code Veronica has happened. They said that's how they said closely it was going to follow the games. With that being said, though, in that long ass yard you just did, we are introduced to his children. Now, it seems like the main characters of the episode or of the series is going to be Jade and Billy. Now, Jade is the older sister, and Billy is the younger sister. And we get introduced to them in 2 different time periods. At least in this first episode, you get introduced to Jade. In this first episode, you only see young Billy, I believe, but you meet both young Jade and older Jade as it follows her. And I love the storytelling of 2 different time periods. They tell the current time, the current year version, the story that's happening in the present with Jade, or in the future. Cause this takes place in It takes place both in 2022 and 2036 or 40, something like that. And it takes place in two different time periods. The present, which is 2022, is when Jade and Billy was just high school kids, and their present is for us in the future. So you get to see Jade. She has a family of her own, and she's kind of sort of becoming what she hates, and she's doing some type of research, some type of experiment, and she got a very elaborate setup to help her in case of certain zombie horde try to eat her whole. And she, I just had a Beavis and Butthead moment. He said, "How was about to be that?" He said, "Eat her whole." I'm sorry. I'm still tripping off of Beavis and Butthead. I went back and watched that a little bit, and I'm starting to get poisoned by their minds. But yeah, so the show in itself tells that story. It tells Jay's current story, and then we flip back and forth to see, the moments before the world ended, apparently. Because when we go to 2022, it's like 2 or 3. I think it said 2 or 3 days. It's 2 or 3 days before the end of the world, and we get introduced to young Billy and young Jade, and we find out that Billy is not the most stablest person. She has she's a troubled youth. She has some type of, problems. She had to go to therapy for it. And we see that Whisker is a jerk. So Whisker is not the most, I guess he's not the best father. But I like the scene when he even admits that he could be a better father. But because of his job and only one person who could do the job, and that scene in itself was crazy. How he explains that if you see the episode, you know what I mean. Or if you haven't seen the episode, when you see it, you'll know what I mean. We only see the so far, because it's only the first episode. You only see the zombies in the present future when the world has ended, and you find out some things about Jade, and that she's not particularly on the nice list of somebody, a particular corporation. It was a good episode, a good first start to it. Was it the best? Was it one of those shows that had the best start? No, I don't think. To be honest with you, not since Arrow have I actually watched a show where that says Arrow, or maybe I can't even say Criminal Minds, because I was about to say Criminal Minds, but when I first saw Criminal Minds, it was like season 4 or 5, so I can't say that was the first episode. So I would say Arrow was the first time in a long time where I watched the show and the first episode instantly got me hooked, and I can say this is one of those. This joins the ranks of getting my attention, because I'm automatically thinking it's going to be good, where it took a couple episodes of Miss Marvel to convince me that it was going to be good enough to finish the rest of them, but this show didn't take me that long. It was visually good. It looked way better for a Netflix show compared to the new movie. This was the better visually. Visually, this looked better. Like the effects and the monster, the zombies, that was practical. It looked good. It looked way better than what we got in that new movie. But I would give this episode you know what? I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because it intrigued me enough. I really don't have nothing bad to say about it. I mean, it's the first episode, so I really can't say anything bad about it because I really haven't. I gotta dig into it. I'm actually about to go watch episode 2 after this. So, yeah, I really can't say nothing bad about it. It was a good show. The first episode was amazing. But you let me know in the comments down below if you've seen it. Don't spoil it, but let me know what your thoughts are on this first episode. If you see more than episode 1, do not come in my comments and spoiling it for me or anybody else. Yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, hit this button right there in the upper right corner for all of my reviews. And if you enjoyed this video so much you want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, hit that thanks button, and hit that join button if you want to see all of my reaction to your favorite TV shows. And as always, hit any one of these videos for more of my amazing content. But don't go anywhere because I still got that SmackDown review coming. And from what I hear, it's not particularly good. Somebody actually told me not to do the review for it, so it's funny. But yeah, peace out, y'all. See you in the next one.